Hey guys, it's your girl, Crystal Nicole. So, Megan recently amended her complaint for the second time at the request of the judge because she failed to state her claims of cyberstalking or swear to them underneath penalty of perjury. He gave until the 18th to fix these issues, but outside of that, he agreed that she satisfied the claim for cyberstalking since she's alleging a campaign of harassment against her. So, Megan starts off the complaint by saying that she is a victim of stalking because Milagro committed stalking, and she has threatened to harm her and harassed her repeatedly online. So, stalking is a person who willfully, maliciously, and repeatedly follows, harasses, or cyberstalks another person. Cyberstalking means to engage in a course of conduct to communicate or to cause to be communicated directly or indirectly, words, images, or language by or through the use of electronic mail or electronic communication directed at or pertaining to a specific person, causing substantial emotional distress to that person and serving no legitimate purpose. So, in this instance, Megan is accusing Millie of cyberstalking because of her calling her a liar repeatedly, questioning whether it was glass instead of fragments, questioning her mental capacity, and accusing her of being an alcoholic and threatening her. This has caused her severe emotional distress to the point that she's contemplated suicide. She believes that Milagro's commentary served no legitimate purpose than to harass and humiliate her because she testified against Tori. So we are going to run through the claims that Megan listed as cyberstalking and go over them. So let's get started. Number 1, Millie posted that it was confirmed that Megan injured herself by stepping on glass. So here's the thing. It was in fact the police report that noted the ER doctor's comments about their treatment of Megan's foot, where that doctor confirmed to police that it was glass, and they wrote that in their police reports. Megan is the one who gave multiple glass stories while at the hospital, to the point that even Kelsey was told that it was just glass while she was at the hospital, unable to see Megan. So I'm confused on why this is being entered as if Millie just randomly made a post making up a glass rumor when Megan was the start of that rumor herself. How can she be upset about things that she started that was then documented by police and then repeated by multiple blogs? Milagro wasn't even the first spreader of that information, yet she's the target for it. The key word there is target. Yeah. 2, she falsely branded Megan a liar and perjurer. So here's the thing. Megan, you went to trial and admitted that you were a liar, that you had lied on national TV, that you had been mistaken with the first story that you gave us on live about the shooting, because that story definitely changed by trial, making you an inconsistent storytelling liar at that. So how exactly can she falsely accuse you of something that you actually admitted to doing in a court of law? And you had the nerve to swear to these statements as being factually correct underneath penalty of perjury? How are you still committing perjury while complaining about perjury at the same damn time? This next one is a prime example of what I'm talking about. Number 3, a bitch fuck with my nigga, I'ma slap that hoe. So here's the thing. Millie was just speaking in general here, given the accusations that Megan has slept with Tori behind Kelsey. So she said, if a bitch fuck with my nigga, not meaning Tori, that she'd slap that hoe, and whatever happens after that happens. So Megan is being very manipulative here with this claim, as it's taken out of context just to try and prove that Millie had threatened violence against her, when all Millie was talking about was the violence that had been acted out by Kelsey against Megan after she found out Megan had been sleeping with Tori. Kelsey's the one who slapped that hoe. Millie never threatened to slap Megan. This is entirely false, and I can't wait for Megan's ass to be impeached like she should have been at trial. Because this girl loves to spin shit in her favor to get what she wants. And the judge actually agreeing that this was a threat to Megan should call his or her credibility into question as well. The way it's worded doesn't even sound like she's saying, I'm going to slap Megan. It sounds exactly how she meant it. So, word of advice to Megan: try listening to things in context and comprehending their meaning instead of taking social media users' words for it. Because they love to twist shit for y'all benefit too. Okay? Number 4. She said that Megan was not a credible witness and she was lying on Tory. Again, Megan, you were not a credible witness. You changed your story from beginning to end. And if inconsistencies and lies are enough for Jay-Z and half the internet to believe that the victim of Jay-Z is incredible, what in the hell makes you think that you're any more credible than her with the amount of inconsistencies and story changes a part of your narrative? The only thing you remain consistent about, excuse me, was you alleging that Tory shot you. How he did that seemed to change from July until trial. I'd love an explanation from any of your supporters about why you were so credible. Because you repeated their beliefs that the short man shot you? Because that's all I got. You're a liar, Megan, and that fact is never going to change no matter how many lawsuits and restraining orders you file. 5. Megan received backlash thanks to Millie and Tory saying that she was a liar. For the love of God. Megan, sweetheart, honey buns, child, you lied on national television. But Tory and Millie is the reason that you received backlash? You can't make this up. Your own fans were dragging you by your lace front when they heard that you had slept with Tory behind Kelsey. I can recall one very specific fan of yours who was highly upset and dragged you for filth for not maintaining girl code and then having the nerve to be ashamed of your sex life while rapping about your pussy consistently. Trust and believe me, all that commentary was due to that Gayle King interview where you blatantly lied even after being told that it was a part of Tory's defense and that's why it was relevant and being asked in the first place. This is just very delusional on your part to keep on harping about being called a liar after having to admit from your own mouth that you lied. And this is after you went live claiming that you ain't have to lie about anything because you're not a liar. Just a bold-faced lie on TV after. Are you okay? No, seriously, like, are you okay? I'm asking because is everything all right up there? Should somebody be recommending a shrink? Because this legit does not make any sense. I'm so confused. Like, what? Number 6. Millie called her a lying asshole. For the 100th time, Megan, you lied. And you lied about being a hoe at that. Which makes you, what? A lying ass hoe. The fuck is happening right now? Like, I'm so confused with these claims. Does anybody else feel crazy listening to this? Like, this can't be real life and we must be in a simulation where all common sense has been lost? Or is it just me? Okay. Number 7. Millie said Tory was doing better streams than Megan. Yeah, we're going to have a moment of silence for that one. Because I don't understand how this is cyber stalking or harassment by comparing streams. We do that all day online. Imagine the amount of lawsuits these artists would have if they could just be upset because we're comparing their streams against another artist. But I get it, I guess, because this is the artist you claim shot you, so therefore comparing y'all streams just seems unfair. Okay, number 8. Millie asked where the bullet fragments were and where was the doctor who treated her for glass. So what? Like, where the fuck are those fragments? And why is it a problem this question was asked when it was asked during the preliminary hearing by Tory's own lawyer? How do you think we even found out that the fragments were missing? The detective told a court of law they were missing, and we never did hear from the ER doctor, Lafredo, who confirmed to police that you just had a glass injury, making them leave the hospital and report to the blogs that Megan had been transferred to the hospital for a glass injury to her foot, not feet. Foot versus feet. Y'all keep forgetting. But anyway. Oh my God, I do not get these claims. Number 9. Millie asked if Megan was trying to deceive the courts again accusing her of lying on Tory. Megan, you deceived us, the public, first, and then the courts when you falsely accused that man of harming you. Kelsey's injuries say that you lied about how you were shot and that it was Tory who was the shooter. Those injuries make his eyewitnesses' stories correct about a violent fight between two women happening. The gun residue on Kelsey's hand backs up their story of seeing a female firing a gun. You and Kelsey's stories not matching about how Kelsey got those injuries further confirms that you girls are lying about what happened, or they would match. At no time were those eyewitnesses' stories debunked by any evidence stating otherwise, and until they are, your so-called truth will always be doubted, and I don't understand why this is so hard to comprehend. It's not Millie or Tory for why you're not believed. It's the eyewitnesses who told it's the eyewitness who told police 20 minutes after the shooting that you two hoes were fighting and seeing a female shoot that made people not believe you. It's you lying multiple times that made people not believe you. And it's extremely insulting for you to keep trying to make us imbeciles who just don't believe you because we don't have a mind of our own by putting it all on Millie and Tory. Tory barely spoke about this, as you all keep saying, and Millie just reported on anything that came out about this case from both sides, just like multiple others did, which unfortunately for you, Megan, included all your lies too. And that's why you mad. You're going to have to stay mad, because this lawsuit is not going to stop our brains from working or stop people from calling you out. And it's actually quite sick the way you are abusing the court system to shut people up so that only your narrative can continue on. But I digress. Number 10. Tory coordinated with Millie to put out false information that the gun was missing. I'd love to see the proof of this coordination because this all happened very publicly on social media. And what I recall is Unite the People posting the documents they filed with the courts about the gun being missing. I remember my post blowing up about it. I remember Alex Sparrow coming out to immediately deny it. This is something that was also normal, as any time that Unite the People files anything regarding his appeal, we all post about it. So why was this the only instance where there was a coordinated attack against you versus any other time that she posted about his appeal? She also said that Millie asked, can you even prove you were shot? Which Millie was saying because of all of the evidence of the shooting seemingly to have mysteriously disappeared according to those documents. And without that evidence, how was there any proof that you had really been shot and it wasn't the confirmed glass injury the first ER doctor reported to police? Meaning Millie had a legitimate reason for posing this question. There have been multiple people who have doubted your injury ever since you posted photos of your foot, Megan, or did you forget? You've been questioned about that for a long time now. So I don't see how Millie is the target or a reason for why you think people are calling you a liar. But I digress. 11. Thanks to Millie and Tory saying this, it caused her to be attacked online. Well, let's correct this statement. You mean thanks to Unite the People filing this, it caused you to get harassed online, as again, they are the ones who posted it to social media. We all just reposted. Being that the fragments have been missing since 2020, this wasn't far-fetched to believe. If you have a problem with this, why aren't you suing Unite the People? Because your outrage seems to be misplaced. Now, number 12 and 13 is about Millie branding her an alcoholic and calling her legally retarded, plus the promoted video. Okay, so here's what I gotta say. Now, normally, when people bring complaints for stalking, cyber stalking, it's for more serious things like actual stalking or revenge porn, real threats on your life type shit. Not because a blogger is rightfully calling you a liar after you admitted to lying, or for repeating information from police reports or court documents when speaking on a case. And definitely not because they questioned your mental capacity or called you an alcoholic. Now, if this case was completely over and Millie just continued to discuss it, then they could claim that her commentary or opinion served no legitimate purpose, as there's nothing left to talk about. There's nothing else that can be done. Megan could then feel like she was being harassed, but that's not the case here, because the case is still ongoing. The appeal still hasn't been decided on, and while that's going on, Millie can discuss it. And because Megan has everything to do with this case, she can't just be ignored, which is why she's also discussed when this case is being discussed. Millie's commentary serves a legitimate purpose to her followers and Tory's supporters. Those who are neither of those things should have no concern with what she discusses. If they are subjecting themselves to her commentary and opinions, that's a personal choice. It's not her forcing the public to do anything or believe anything. That's why we have a mind of our own. Millie questioning her injury, bringing up the glass reports are all relevant because they were a part of this case. It's not like she doesn't discuss all the other facts or evidence provided in this case when she does. If she did, then you could make a point about her trying to convince people it was just glass, but that's not what she's doing. She's pointing out your alleged lies about glass that was then confirmed by a doctor and told to police, which explains why they had no idea that you were shot until you said so. She's bringing that up because that is not protocol. The moment they found fragments in your feet, the police should have been alerted and brought back to the hospital. And we know that didn't happen because the police themselves said that they had received no information about you being shot. And the fact that police got no statements from you until you were out the hospital confirms that even more. The fragments going missing further caused questions on what was pulled from your foot, because without them, what even proved you had fragments in your foot and not the glass the ER doctor reported? All of these things are very much relevant because it calls in your credibility and the credibility of the investigation that was done into your shooting. The same way Sean Hawley was calling it out during the preliminary hearing. She's not doing anything that others hadn't done before her who was a part of Tory's team. Now, of course, Megan isn't going to agree with any of that because it does not fit the narrative that she wants. So she's trying to have it shut down by any means necessary. Hence the desperation in these restraining orders, I guess, that she's requesting to once again shut Tory up and shut Millie down. Now, Megan, you cannot lie multiple times and then get mad because people keep talking about you being a liar or calling you one. That's your fault, not Millie or Tory. And it's this lack of accountability that has people always side-eyeing you and questioning your motives. There's always an excuse for why it's okay for you to lie because you made it that way. You lied about glass because you didn't want the police to shoot you. You lied about sleeping with Tory because you were ashamed of sharing your body with a man who would shoot you. You lied to Kelsey because you knew how bad the truth would hurt her. And all of these explanations are just accepted as okay, excuse me, and somehow doesn't make you a liar anymore. And it's our fault for not accepting your excuses and continuing to throw them in your face. That's basically what you're saying in this lawsuit. And the truth is, you didn't lie about sleeping with Tory because you were ashamed. You lied because he told the truth. He said y'all sleeping together was why the situation had happened, and he was right. And it started at Kylie's house. You got jealous there, which led to Tory exposing y'all's secret to Kelsey. You admitted that this argument in the car did happen. So if that's the case, why are we not supposed to believe that Kelsey's feelings was so hurt by this revelation that she tried to beat you up? Why should we not believe that this girl fight led to a shooting? Why should we believe that y'all were all arguing about this secret, but Tori was the one who got upset after exposing it, that he beat Kelsey up and then shot you in the feet? What would he have to be upset about? The most he would want is you and Kelsey out his car, as he never wanted y'all in it in the first place. Because isn't that what happened? Didn't he tell Quan to let y'all bitches out his shit? Isn't that why he stayed in the car while y'all were fighting over him on the sidewalk half naked? Excuse me, y'all. He didn't give a fuck about either one of you in that moment, but he damn sure didn't want you to get killed over the bullshit either. That's the only time we hear from multiple witnesses that he tried to stop anything between you and Kelsey. We got Sean Kelly, who saw him hop out and tried to stop Kelsey. We got the neighbor Miguel, who heard someone yelling, "Are you crazy? What the fuck are you doing?" during the shots. And then we have the driver, who also saw Tori jump out and Kelsey with the gun. What we don't have is anybody saying that you two didn't fight. What we don't have is anybody else saying that Tori beat Kelsey up besides Kelsey. We don't have anybody hearing "dance, bitch, dance" but Megan. We have a victim who lied and couldn't keep her story straight, and another possible shooter who needed immunity just to testify. And y'all are still questioning why we don't believe Tori did this? Why? This is what I mean about it being insulting that Megan is insisting that we all just got misinformation from Millie and Tori, like we don't have eyes, ears, and a brain of our own to be able to comprehend. Megan's been doing nothing but giving out misinformation, so if we're spreading it around, who do you think we got it from, boo? We learn from the best. Have some accountability, Megan, and maybe somebody will take you seriously outside of your delusional fan base. So, like I said in the beginning of this video, it seems like the judge has already claimed that Megan has satisfied the cyberstalking claim. All the judge wanted her to do was to list out the claims and then to swear to them under oath, which is what she just did. So, we'll see how that works out for Megan. I don't know exactly what this means that she's satisfied the cyberstalking claim, because she is requesting that the judge, I guess, basically restrain Milagro from harassing Megan. So I guess with the harassment claims that she's listed, I guess she just wants Millie to stop calling her a liar, to stop saying that she's an alcoholic or questioning her mental capacity. Because outside of that, I'm not really sure what else they can restrain her from doing, because they can't stop her from speaking on Tori's appeal. I don't know. I guess they could ask that she doesn't say Megan's name or something, so she doesn't. I don't know. I don't know. So I guess we'll just have to see what the next steps are going to be from here. All right. So with that being said, I want to thank all of those who tuned into this video. I want to send a special shout out to all of those who stayed around until the end of the video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.